Movie review number 1250 is Moana 2. Moana 2 is a 2024 movie directed by David Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, and Dana Rodriguez Miller. So this movie has Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Animation Studios, and I saw this movie on February 19th, 2025 at CMX Liberty Luxury 15 in Cinebistro in Liberty Township, Ohio. Man, it's been like almost 3 months since it was released when I finally got a chance to see this in theaters. I don't know why it took me so long, but I finally got a chance to see it in theaters and I enjoyed it. So this film, I believe, takes place 3 years after the events of the first film. And so this movie reunites Moana and Maui 3 years later for an expansive new voyage alongside a crew of unlikely seafarers. After receiving an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, Moana must journey to the far seas of Oceania and into dangerous, long-lost waters for an adventure unlike anything she's ever faced. So, this movie has Oriali Cavaliero portraying Moana in the movie. By the way, I think Orialia Cavaliero was in the 2024 Mean Girls movie. I believe so anyway. Dwayne Johnson portrays Maui in the movie. Hariaria Trion portrays Moni. Moni is a member of Moana's wayfinding crew and a fan of Maui's. Rose Monteferio portrays Roto, a brainy but crudely craftswoman member of Moana's wayfinding crew. David Fane portrays Kale the Kelly, a grumpy farmer and member of Moana's wayfinding crew. Alhamiaria Fraser portrays Matianiki, NATO's enforcer who controls bats. And let's see, this movie also has Karawasari Rambert Torsawata portraying Samiria, who is Moana's real sister. So, in the first movie, Moana has a father and mother. But I guess in the second movie, Moana has a little sister. Pretty interesting. So this movie also has Tumuria Morrison as Tori, who is Moana's father and the chief of Motunui Island. Nicole Singler portrays Sina, who is Moana's mother and chiefess of Motunui. Rachel House portrays Tara, who is Tori's great mother and Moana's paternal grandmother. Jared Ramsey portrays Tarawaki Fasa, who is Moana's ancestor, and Alan Tudyk portrays Hey, who is Moana's pet rooster. Oh, this was a really good movie. So, this movie is about Moana trying to be a wayfinder like her ancestors, and she's having a task that gets her out of further into the seas. But to do this, she would need some help. Along with some members of her island, she forms a wayfinding crew, and she reunites with Maui 3 years after the events of the first film. So in the first film, they battled a lava monster. In the second film, they face an even bigger threat. And I like how in the trailer for the second film, Maui even says, "Now I kind of miss the lava monster." Like this threat is so terrifying that even that if Maui ever said that, that means this film is definitely terrifying, more terrifying than the first film. In the first film, so I will say that while I won't reveal too much, let's just say that it gets a little more emotional and not really scary, but it's more emotional than the first film. And the stakes are more higher in this film than the first film. In the first film, we see Moana trying to figure out who she is, trying to find herself, trying to find what her ancestors were, trying to find life outside the island. Second film deals with her trying to be a wayfinder, trying to learn more about her ancestors' life, and going into deeper territory than she ever gone before. But yeah, this was really good. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster, I would say, at some parts in the movie. And let's just say that Moana does something that could definitely impact the whole journey that Moana and her team are doing in this movie. Again, I don't want to discuss too much spoilers, but it's definitely more emotional and a little more tense than the first movie, I will say. But it's still a fairly good family filled adventure with new characters and old friends. And yeah, you guys will have a good time seeing this movie. Now, before the announcement of Moana 2, which was definitely a surprise, by the way, it was revealed that Disney was working on a live action Moana movie, which will be released probably in 2026. And I have heard that they might make a Moana 3. By the way, there was an end credit scene or post credit scenes in the movie that you guys want to would like to check out, should check out. But I have heard talks about Moana 3. Will that happen? I don't know, but we'll see. But it was pretty good. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Moana 2, Precinct 2 for this movie review. Alright, goodbye.